Hello. I wanted to pop in and do something important. I wanted to do something, anything. You may be asking where I've been. I know it's been a little bit since I've been live, but I mean, I'm not that important. There are other things going on that are more important, but things are so important that, sometimes it just shocks you into taking action, right? I think that's what's going on here. I think for a lot of people have been shocked into action. So I decided to pop on for a little bit and add a drop of water to the collective basin that is change. Personal news. I've been very cold. It's absolutely freezing. My hands, I have a problem with my hands. They take way too long to get warm, even with gloves. I wear gloves at home. I may have some sort of condition or disease, but I'm okay. You know the damn thing. What was that? Struggling with energy levels, It's hard to stay active when your local park closes down for several months and it's 20 degrees to -10 with the wind chill of it feels like -50. That's what we're dealing with. Yeah, but it's all good. I'm here. I wanted to highlight something in these times. Don't want to yap too much because I kind of want to get to this. I want to hop in right quick and then hop out. Tiny mini stream. No promise as to me coming fully back, but I'd like to. We'll see. Well, enough rambling. Let's go over to the projector. Yeah. What do we got? Shout out to Nicole Bedera for um disseminating this link to Copal and Immigrant Defense Network. They put out a little pamphlet here. Here's a PDF. This is good stuff. You gotta know your rights. I have to get. I have to hand out know your rights. The red cards, as they're called. These are important. Now, what is this and what is this not? This is not. What are they called? Auditors. This is not a constitutional. What is it? Second Amendment auditor type thing. It's not those annoying guys that do that to that goat cops into harassing them. No, we're past that. Nowadays, you don't gotta do shit to have a cop harass you or worse. So this is where we're at. This is why. This is the reason for this season. You know. Um. Let me switch the lip sync type because this doesn't look very good. I think VTube Studios lip sync is a either I'm not making it work correctly or it's just bad. So let's take 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Where it at? I know it's around here. No, it's around here. Settings? Settings? Mic? Yeah. Let's turn that off for now. Alright. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. We'll take a look at this. This is a looking at segment. Now. Before we get into this, the typical... I am not a lawyer, as if you needed me to tell you that. This is not legal advice, but I think this is a good resource that someone else put out there. You want to do this stuff, you want to break your phone out. It's not illegal to film real law enforcement or fake Gestapo Nazi law enforcement. Either one you could film, regardless of your immigration status. You shouldn't let anyone. You shouldn't give anyone your phone. All right, publishing the handbook, henceforth referred to as the handbook, in such dark times is a leap of faith. Reclaim our humanity. That's right. There are a lot of people out there that have forsaken their humanity. And, you know, I'm not going to tell you what to think of those people, but there is a baseline of how you should react to that type of person. In the face of the system that dehumanizes those deemed disposable. People whose only crime is to cross borders in search of sustenance, dignity, and life. So, as a baseline, to understand any of this, you need a baseline sense of compassion. You know, if you've been introspective for more than 5 minutes in your life, you'll know that you need to realize you're not the only living being on this planet. We'll say that. Because some people, even adults that have been alive on this planet for decades and decades, older than I, people who have, had near-death experiences and still don't understand things like this. That, yeah, I even know personally people like that, you know. People who extract the incorrect lessons in life. Right? And just don't understand things. In moments like this, we do not act for recognition, we act out of duty. And yet we warmly honor your courage and your willingness to stand in solidarity. Solidarity. Thank you for your commitment to become a constitutional observer. Together, we will continue to defend immigrant rights and the constitutional rights of every person on U.S. soil. Every person. Every person. Which, rights should be extended to every single living thing on this planet, regardless of where they happen to have been born or currently reside. Like, reactionaries... I think naming someone a reactionary is slightly a misnomer, because I think the reactionary mind is kind of a non-reaction. You're inert. You haven't thought of anything. You're not curious. Your brain has not led you to anywhere. But anyway, we welcome the use of the handbook by anyone committed to justice. To honor the labor of those who created it, please cite COPAL, a member organization of the Immigrant Defense Network. This work belongs to our cultural heritage. En solidaridad, equipo COPAL. Alright. Educational purposes only. The authors, nor am I, or anyone other than your actual lawyers, are your lawyers. We are an evolving legal landscape. That's right. For instance, tomorrow, everything in here might be outlawed, and now you wouldn't think me. You wouldn't think that I would, be behind anything illegal now, would you? Even though, today it's legal. Let me be a freak right now and, restart VTube Studio. So I don't phase out of existence for a brief second. Let's see if that fixes that. Hell, that might be only on OBS. Let's see. I'm manifesting myself back into existence. If I try hard enough. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm used... Oh, that's right. I went off screen, that's right. Alright, that probably fixes it. Or not. Alright. Continuing. Yeah, man. Welcome to the IDN. A growing Minnesota-based coalition of 90-plus nonprofits, grassroots groups, and advocates. Developing new rapid response movement building strategies through deep collaboration and coordination. Thank you, Minnesota. Bless. Defend and drive framework. These guys know what they're doing. Defend. The role of the IDN is a community resource hub. An immigration policy watchdog. An engine for rapid response to prevent and document violations of immigrants' rights and lack of due process, which is been happening for like, how long has it been? I've been in a coma for these past months. It's been months of this. The stuff they're watchdogging right now, this is shit that is happening right now. Right now, it might not be happening in your city. Tomorrow, it might be happening in my fucking city. Right? There's a reason I went out and got one of these. I went out and got one of them. All right. Tomorrow it will be you. All right, that problem, that wasn't fixed. So I'd probably have to reboot OBS completely or some shit. That's right. No matter how pissed off I get, tech does not work anyhow. So we'll deal with that. Drive. The role of IDN is to shape public narratives and conversations about immigrants, and 2, mobilize a diverse network of over 90 plus organizations toward transforming systems or changing things with the goal of improving the quality of life and dignity of immigrants. That's right. Why is there a 2-tier justice system where a certain group of people are not allotted the same rights as others? We can change that. Why now? Well, this, I believe, came out, I'm gonna say, okay, this is July 2025, okay. So this came out, I'm assuming this came out a couple months ago. If you don't know why by now, in our current timeline, I think you know why. Okay? I shouldn't have to explain this. So, okay, we move on. The role of a constitutional observer. Trained practitioners of civil initiative. Observe, document law enforcement interactions, inform individuals about civil rights, share support resources. Okay? These are all things you can do. And I am trying to do, even if it's a small, insignificant speck of dust. Engaging in direct action that uplifts civil rights and due process. Contrasted with civil disobedience, civil initiative isn't about intentionally breaking the law. That's right. Okay? Taking initiative. It demands that we draw a line in the sand to prevent a further erosion of our rights. Right? So this dichotomy here of disobedience and disobedience and initiative has eroded. Okay? Full disclaimer, but both disobedience and initiative in the current situation in the United States of America is now suspicion. I'm gonna not even suspicion. It's what's the word that cops use, you know, to justify shooting you? What is? It's justification enough to for ICE to shoot you. All right, either empty a whole clip into you or shoot you directly in the face. So this is kind of falling apart. So initiative and disobedience, and probably if you're, you know, a bystander walking your dog, will probably get you shot too. So full disclaimer, this is dangerous now. This all of this, even though it shouldn't be, is dangerous. All right? So be careful. Observe, document. Follow these protocols. There's an observer badge I can get. Where can I get it? I don't know about this. I don't know where I can get one, but I will find out. That'll serve as your You're licensed to carry and use a fucking whistle. Identify yourself verbally as a constitutional observer. Alright. Stay at a safe distance. Okay. To be real, there is no distance. The safe distance from any ice agent is far enough that a bullet won't hit you. That is the true safe distance. But recommended a couple months ago was 8 feet, and avoid any physical contact. All right, don't touch them, please. Anything. Record events with photos, videos. Ask questions to ICE and witnesses about what's happening. All right, I don't think asking ICE will you will net nothing positive from asking questions to ICE. However, you know, this is a process that is being described here. All right. This is totally fine as of right now. As you document, demand that law enforcement present a signed judicial warrant. Judicial warrant. I know this is for if you're in your house, but let me see. As you document, demand that presented it. While in many cases they aren't legally required to present the warrant, persist in asking. If provided, capture a photo. Okay. So a judicial warrant is 100% needed to get into your house. Read up on how to stop any cops from breaking into your house, which they're right now they're breaking that this anyway. So this isn't the end all be all. You might still get fucked with. So do your own research. Immediately following the interaction, take notes of behavior of police and federal agents, arrests, and environment. Document it all. If we could have, a 360-degree video of cops. I'm sorry. How should I refer? Of agents doing the heinous shit that they do. In the future it'll be unquestionable as to what went down. So the more people taking videos, the better. Different angles, even though you really only need one. Some people need multiple angles of murders to understand. Get names and contact info of witnesses, family members. All right, all good stuff. Everything that's happened so far, these people have been like across the street when the heinous shit happens. So, let's see. Salute when documenting. Practice salute. How many people in our vehicles do you see? So this is size. Activity. What specifically are they doing that's suspicious? I guess you could add a verbal commentary. While you're videographing. What address? This is location. Cross street, sign marks. Uniform. What are they wearing? Whether it's fatigues, civilian clothes, or something else. What date and time did you observe? And equipment. What guns, weapons, devices do they appear to be carrying? So this can make a later identification of the situation much more concrete, undeniable in the future. Because right now, they're, I don't know what they're doing. They're putting up garbage cans to block the scene of the crime. They're doing dumb shit. They're doing dipshit bullshit. So, you know, if you get this info, guard it, disseminate it, so they can't do away with it. So we could hold them accountable for their crimes. Keep an eye out. A note about warrants. ICE may claim to have a warrant and presented an alternative document, such as an administrative warrant. You need a judicial warrant. That is a warrant signed by a judge. You need... If a cop comes to your house, you ask for a judicial warrant. Remember that. Remember that. An administrative warrant is not legally enforceable in the same way that a signed judicial warrant is. Even if ICE provides a signed warrant, the date or other details may still be incorrect. They'll try to hand you some bullshit internal memo thing printed on. It needs a judicial letterhead and a signature from a judge, not whatever their internal bullshit. Not a letter from their boss that says they could murder you. Do not disregard protocol. Whether or not ICE has a proper warrant, your job is to document so that those determinations can be handled in a court later by our legal partners. Okay? That's a good idea. Inform. Who has the rights? So you document, you inform. Who has rights in the U.S.? Everyone! Everyone! Here are some key rights outlined in the U.S. Constitution. Okay? Remember that. Everyone! Alright? The day laborers down at the 7-Eleven that just got picked up, they have the same rights. Okay? Remember that ICE is part of the administrative branch. Alright? They're not the judge, jury, and executioners. It doesn't matter if a crime was committed or not. Alright? You need to realize how little right ICE has to do the shit that they've been doing recently. There's a reason they weren't doing this shit before, and it's because they were kept in check. But right now, they're not being kept in check. And the shit they're doing is illegal. They're overstepping their bounds, which they shouldn't have gone in the first place. But that's neither here nor there. Right to privacy. ICE and police cannot enter a person's home without permission. That judicial warrant. They need it. Fifth Amendment. Right to remain silent. You know that. Don't talk to cops. Never talk to cops. Get a lawyer first. Your lawyer should be present first before you say anything. Never talk to a cop, even if you think you're helping. They'll use that against you. Sixth Amendment. Right to seek legal counsel. You have the right to be advised on criminal and immigration consequences. Get a lawyer first. Before then, shut up. Constitutional observers should carry red cards so they can present and read correct legal information out loud. I need to get me some of these red cards. You have constitutional rights. This is the red card. This is it. Show this card to the agent. This is the card you want to be getting. Screenshot this. Print it out. Do not open the door. If a ICE agent is knocking, if you are inside of your house, show the card through the window. Slide it under the door. That's a good idea. Do not answer any questions. That's right. You shouldn't do that to cops, let alone some masked thugs that are here to kill you because you're brown. Or, you know, not brown nowadays. Do not sign anything. Fuck no. If you're not going to even ask questions, don't sign anything. Fuck. Show this card. Alright? We'll get through this. Look at this. Show them the fucking card. They'll be like, oh, not the red card. Oh, not the red card. They know that they have rights. Fuck, we can't just, you know, fucking beat the shit out of this person. Well, they will anyway, but, you know. No obstruction. Do not obstruct an arrest under any circumstances. Which, they'll claim that you're doing this anyway, even if you're across the street. They'll try to confiscate, evidence, as we've seen today. Fucking this morning! As we saw this fucking morning. If you attempt to physically block or touch an ICE agent, you increase your personal risk of arrest. That's right. Remember that after constitutional observation, our legal partners will take the lead. Okay, I don't know what that means. Legal partners of these people? I don't know. If stopped by law enforcement, stay calm. Don't run or resist. Ask, am I being detained? And am I free to go? That'll make things clear. If arrested, say, I want to remain silent and speak to a lawyer. That's right. Share support resources. Carry the handbook for support resources, if possible. You should offer to connect the loved ones of those detained to a local legal helpline. In case of something horrible happening to your neighbors, check this out. Run this stuff. Disseminate it. Remember that following an enforcement, you should immediately contact Copal or similar trusted organization and leave a message if we are unavailable. So this is if someone gets disappeared, if you know some bullshit is happening to your loved ones or neighbors, disseminate this. Get this to those that have undergone heinous shit, their families, their loved ones. Get this out there. Oh, this is the end. So that was nice. So I believe I saw this is the red card. This is how to be a constitutional observer. But apart from this, let me see if I could pull this up. I also read a little something else. Let's see if I can find the little something about. I saw how to properly use. I don't need to pull it up. How to properly use a whistle when you're in public. So a prolonged whistle. You prolong that shit. That means that this is letting everyone in the vicinity know, your neighbors, that some bullshit is going down. ICE is doing their bullshit. And you see some bullshit going down, you do a long sustained this, or a honk of your horn as well. And then to generally advise the people around you, to warn that just an ICE agent is around in your vicinity. That is what you do. Same with your horn. Your car horn. Alright? So anyone in people at risk should know this. So you do that. That's not illegal to do. See the any video of protests or even videos where ICE agents were murdering people. What do you hear in the background? That's what you hear. You hear a lot of that. So that's gonna help. It's gonna let people know in your little suburban hood, suburban neighborhoods. You could hit that. Hit it. It'll help. Alright? If people didn't know before, months ago, when they hear that shit now, If they've been keeping up with the news and they hear that shit going off, I think they should know. I think people at risk of being disappeared by the Gestapo will know if they hear that shit. So you do it loud and proud. I went out and bought one. It should be like under $5. There were only like 2 of these whistles left, so I think people around have been buying them. God forbid I even have to fucking use one of these, but I'll know to use it if the situation arises. I'll be so mad if I see any bullshit going on around me. But, yeah. In New Jersey, where I am, it hasn't, you know, the Gestapo hasn't been surged to our state yet. It is a blue, quote-unquote, blue state, so we're in the running, probably, to get it. New York, it probably won't happen in New York because, the president is like a weird New York supremacist. He's a fucking weird-ass, individual, so it might happen in fucking New Jersey. It'll be like, oh, I can't do it to New York, that's where I came from, I'll do it to New Jersey. That might happen. We'll cook their asses. Pennsylvania as well, we'll fucking cook them. But yeah, just get ready for further spread of fascism. Just be ready. You know, I don't, at this point, I'm ready to put my life on the line to help in whatever way I can. This is the type of shit I don't stand for. I hate Nazis. I hate Nazis, man. I won't stand for this shit. So, get mad, but stay calm. I think this bullshit has been waking a lot of people up. That's really all. I just wanted to look at this, and I wanted to peep my whistle. To blow my whistle. That's all I wanted to do. I felt like I needed to do something. That's it, really. Alright. Know your rights. Holy shit, man. So I'll throw this up on YouTube. Just a quick thing. Alright. Stay safe. We'll make it through. If you don't have any principles, I suggest you develop some. Learn up. And know what to fight for. Alright. I hope I could come back. Come back in a big way. You know. Even if it's just playing some video games. But, I know later this year, as it gets warmer, I will definitely be coming back and being more consistent with streaming. But as of right now, it's been very hard. My current situation, it's been hard to get enough energy to really do shit. But yeah. This is really important. I wanted to do something. A little something. Alright? Even if it's just a drop in the bucket. I will be ending the broadcast. I will be ending the broadcast. Okay? So, I need you to take care, and I need you to take care of yourself and others. Or else, what are we here for? That is very important. Remember to be extremely critical of your institutions and forgiving of individuals. All right, I learned that more than ever recently. Okay. I'll be back, and the next thing I should be doing is playing fucking Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. All right. The future. We don't know the future, but we could try. What do you do when you can't do anything? What's the quote? You do what you can. Boondocks. Alright, I'm gonna fuck off now. Take care. You know what it is.